Ooh, what up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. I'm back with my man, my co-host, Gracious Interests. How you doing, bro? You good? Okay. He's like,
Fine.
mm, mm, mm.
It's been a long weekend, but ready for
Yeah.
all questions to enter.
Yeah, it's the same thing here, man. I've had like a really, really long weekend. Give me 1 second. But yeah, my weekend has been really a mess. It's just I stopped coffee today, so it's not really been my whole weekend. It's just been my day. It's yeah, I'm
And
feeling it.
yeah, coffee can be an addictive substance. When I started walking,
Mhm.
well, in the couple of months, I learned to drink a lot of coffee. And certain point in time, I was like, dude, I'm drinking 6 to 7 cups a day. I'm going to start stopping it. And well, didn't have the headaches like I read on your Twitter profile, but I have to say it was quite a tough time to suddenly lay off the coffee. So
Yeah.
made it myself much more easier and hooked myself up to some warm cocoa as a substitute. Tends to help.
Okay. I never heard that before. Yeah, yeah, just trying to slow up. So, ooh, that was loud. Did you guys hear that? Like I heard that, man. um. So today we were gonna do a Ask Me Anything. We did a little bit later too because we had like a better response. Well, I had a better response on my last live at a later time. So I think I'm gonna push all the shows back a little bit. It's better for me too, since I'm just doing a whole bucket load of so that's you. I thought it was mine. A whole bucket load of overtime anyway, and so I'm coming home later. So it's kind of harder to catch the schedule. But we wanted to do an Ask Us Anything on crypto, mining, whatever you like. Uh, but until people start rolling in and whatnot, and we start getting questions, man, what has been going on in the crypto world that has caught your eye?
Well, lots of things have been moving. Something sadly enough that I've noticed the hype about Dogecoin. Now must once again, well, kick starting the hype train again with
Yeah,
Dogecoin hashtag. Gene Simmons already has jumped onto it, which really declared a new pump and dump scheme, I'm going to say. So
yeah,
Dogecoin at the moment, I believe it's 6 cents or something worth.
yeah. It's let's see right here, up almost 40% in the last 24 hours. And it's currently at there you go, 7 cents.
No, sevens already.
Yeah.
So
So
despite all the hype, I'm not going to buy it. Uh,
I'm personally not going into, Doge. Let me ask you, what is its entire use? What's the white sheet on this thing? What is it?
well, the thing is, Dogecoin started as a meme, a sort of joke, I'm going to say, and
Uh,
slightly got more serious. But how to say? Well, it adapted its white paper, its philosophy as being the money of the internet. By reason, well, it's mostly being used by the community, by, well, I'm not going to say Twitter, but moreover, the Reddit community is very much hyped about it. And there's a lot of
okay.
jokes because in reality, it's a shit coin, if I dare say so. By
Yeah.
reason, well, they have no market cap. And I believe this week there was a guy when I mentioned well about Dogecoin. It's all hype at the moment, but it is an inflationary coin because it lacks a hard market cap. And he tried to argue before I, well, have to admit I blocked him because he was annoying.
Yeah.
And he said, well, there is a real market cap. There's about a maximum of 5 billion coins a year that can be mined. And I'm like, yeah, but that's a cap per year that can be mined. But it's a project which keeps on running and started somewhere in, I believe, 2014, I believe. So 6 year times 5 billion coins, that's a shitload. And I'm like, and even then, year after year after year, there's a max cap of 5 billion, which adds. So it's really an inflationary coin. So the reason it goes up is, well, mostly due to hype. But looking at the long term, if the hype's over and the bull run for Bitcoin is over, because that's bound to happen, even though with all corporate jumping onto it. Well, price will start to level and will have corrections, which implies Dogecoin also on the long term, well, it will go flat down once again. So they might be happy, yeah, $1, or I've seen some even proclaim $10 for Dogecoin at the end of this run. Might be, but it's going to be one small peak, and then afterwards it's crashed down. So yeah, I do have a
Yeah, we
soft
can
spot
see
for
here
it.
from when it first came around in 2014 till today. This is its all-time, record. That's pretty serious climb right here. For a coin that's like, a meme coin, that's a pretty steep jump in a short time.
Yeah, and
Looking like a bubble.
yeah, it's one of those coins where they say it probably is a bubble, just due to its setup. There's an unlimited amount of coins that can be made of Dogecoin. So with all, well, profits and gains and traction it gains now, within a few months' time, it might very well be the case it simply crashes down. I mean, I just have to look at Ripple, for example. That's another hyped coin. Its all-time high was, I believe, $3 or something. Now they're trying to pump it up again. It isn't near its all-time high, I believe, at the moment, but like, yeah, just keep pumping, keep pumping. Yeah, there's a hard cap. Yeah, probably, but it's all with Ripple Labs. So one of these days, Ripple Labs is going to cash in, and you'll see a big dump
Yeah.
occurring. You can even see it in the graphs you're looking up. If you take on
Oh,
max,
this
you'll
is
see
yes, sorry.
it went down steeply, tremendously. So yeah, that's the current ongoing hype. Other hypes, well, Ethereum reaching new all-time highs in value.
Yeah,
So that's
1700.
the transaction piece. So yeah,
Yeah, it's high at like 17 and some change. When was that? This is like 2 days ago, right?
yeah, yesterday or the day before somewhere.
Yeah. That was crazy to see because my mining wins, dude, it was insane. I was like, what the heck changed? you know, I was like, wow. I was like, holy smokes, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but this thing and well, Ethereum, Ripple, Dogecoin, and in part also Bitcoin, it's the choo-choo hype train going on at the moment.
Yeah.
And well, many corporate businesses are investing in Bitcoin, and there's a trickle down towards the other altcoins. And well, I have to admit, Ripple and Dogecoin, well, they are hot because of, well, big hype, I'm going to say. So yeah, they will be the big altcoin achievers, but in reality, I'm fairly certain they will crash down.
Yeah. Give me one second. Then we have a question here. What do you guys think about so many different dexes? Sub Red Teams Blue.
Decentralized exchanges. Well, in a certain sense, pure from a capitalist point of view, it's
Yeah.
good. By reason, it means there's no monopoly that can be established. Multiple ones which are battling each other, and may the best ones win, I'm going to say. It also opens up options for plethora of investors and traders to choose different kind of platforms they will be using. Also, and I'm purely speaking from experience and doing the technical analysis,
Mm-hmm.
each decentralized exchange has something unique to it, a unique concept, a unique way of trading. So yeah, it's certainly a wild west out there, and I'm quite happy to see so much development. I don't know about you, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah, indeed. Um, I was trying to find. It was just recently published. I think I found it actually. Hold on. Yeah, I did find it. Hold on. Let me share this screen here. Hold on. No, I want to Chrome tab. Let me find it. Which one is it? I gotta look which tab it is. It's not this one. So let me close that. we were talking about like, this, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So we're looking at Grayscale, and they holdings they recently published. I do believe it was like a day or so ago. Oh, can I expand this? Oh, yes, I can. Nice. There we go. So Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, 10.82 million. Right. They bought like 10 billion, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like it. There's a lot of people jumping on Bitcoin and really massively, and it's like one of the things I said even today in a response to one of your topics on Twitter and in previous episodes. Is all corporate money. So more and more Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to react to the working hours of corporate business. And I even
You know what surprised me? I'm sorry, I hate to cut you off, but this right here surprised me the most. They bought 74.3 million in Ethereum Classic. It's quite impressive. It's almost the same. It's just shy of their Litecoin holdings, and they actually bought XRP. That's I'm not surprised to see Zcash on there, but seeing how XRP catches a lot of smoke from governments, it was kind of surprising to see them buying it. I was quite impressed.
In a certain sense, yes, but on the other hand, I'm not all that surprised. By reason, governments are making moves, and Ripple XRP, well, it's a cheap shot, well, to attack them on a legal basis and to see what their possibilities are. So, and well, there's not much hype at the moment where it concerns their lawsuits, but I'm trying to keep a close eye on it, but not too much news is being leaked about by reason. Well, what happens with the lawsuits of Ripple might impact the entire crypto market because this is going to be a precedent, and all, well, resulting laws, all resulting court cases concerning Ripple can be used for future cryptocurrency. So it's actually something quite important. And the fact not many media are actually addressing it concerns me a little bit, especially now with big firms and corporates starting to, well, invest in the cryptocurrency market. I believe something's happening behind the screen. And one of the things I've learned when I started learning about finance, etc., from Kim Kiyosaki, and also something I learned from Andrew Tate, always try to look behind the curtain what's happening over there, because that's where the real moves are occurring. And I try to take a peek behind it, but yeah, news and media are quite scarce on that point. So I'm not surprised they're buying in Ripple en masse, because I'm fairly sure they are going to lose the lawsuit. Well, not Ripple, but the government. But also there's going to be a certain precedent that they're actually trying to push down the price now. Now it's going back up so they can buy in cheap legally. So I believe something like that's occurring.
Yeah. What kind of disappoints me is that they don't have any XMR holdings. That's kind of like surprising and disappointing, to be honest. It's like kind of like Monero. You'd figure corporations would really want to get in on that. I think that faces more heat than XRP, to be honest, in terms of like government pressure and whatnot.
I've got more trust in Monero, and I'm also not too surprised people are trying to jump into on it, especially corporate business, with reason it's a privacy coin. So even the wallet addresses are being protected, so that you cannot, have a harder time to track them. So I'm not all too surprised, because it opens up partially the door to, well, certain transactions exchanges which aren't very kosher, like they say. They're not very. What was the Muslim word? Haram, I believe. Well, not all too clean.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
trying.
familiar.
Yeah, dark transactions, black market, the stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always their excuse, though. I mean, I was just talking to a buddy today, and he was just basically. I got news on here in a minute. But he was just basically talking about how some governments are saying, cryptocurrency is bad, especially, XMR, Monero, because it can be used for laundering and this, that, the other. But really, I saw recently a short clip showing that it goes both ways. It could be used for good. People who are in, under oppressive governments or situations, they can actually, use cryptocurrency, and the less traceable, the better, in order to, escape their situations and get into better ones. So really, it's kind of like, it sounds like governments might want to demonize something that gives people their actual freedom. And so it's just a bit like, wow, come on, guys.
Yeah, but those
Yeah.
are the cheap tactics always being used. It's like trying to buy gold, real physical gold. I mean, as a private person, you can own gold. There's nothing wrong about it. But in media and as an investor, most of the time, it's kind of demonized in the sense of, yeah, but it's expensive. You can buy in at a low price. You can. I mean, I have to admit, I own physical gold and I own cryptocurrency. And you have no idea how much people come to me when it concerns cryptocurrency, where they say, yeah, but it's pricey. It isn't. I mean, I own Bitcoin, and they're like, are you that rich? Yeah, I own Satoshis. Those are partial Bitcoins, but it's
Yeah.
Bitcoin nonetheless. And they're like, how you do not have to buy an entire coin? No, you don't. I mean, it's a certain click they need to make, and it's a bit a case with all coins. Because I've had more and more people also trying to tell me the same story about Ethereum. They're like, yeah, it's going to go at, I believe, $1,400 or something. They're like, yeah, it's slowly getting out of reach to buy a full coin. I'm like, yeah, you do not need
Hmm.
to buy a coin. You can buy a partial coin. It's entirely possible. So,
Indeed.
profits are profits.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this. Since we're going to, I don't know if anyone's going to file in. It's a Sunday. Maybe it would have been better to go a little bit earlier. So here we have some more news. Binance suspends deposits in Nigeria following central bank directive. So in basic, without reading the entire article, the Nigerian government has come out against cryptocurrency, probably further sealing, the third world status and fate of their country. Although, third world is more political ideology thing than it is an actual financial one. But although we've conflated the two, it's sure to, maintain their people in poverty, which brings us to what we were just speaking about, that people need a place to store their wealth. People need a place to be able to access their wealth and use it freely as they wish, for what they wish, without, outside interference. Leave a man and his money alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just basically real quick, because the reason why I think this is important is because, it's one of the governments that is currently going against the current trend of like trying to adapt cryptocurrency. And I think we're going to see very soon, just there is either those who are for it or those who are against it. And obviously Nigeria is against it. Binance has temporarily suspended deposits in Nigerian Naira, the country's local fiat currency, in response to a Friday letter from Nigeria's central bank, CBN, instructing local banks to identify and close all accounts tied to cryptocurrency platforms and operations. They're basically saying ban the whatchamacallits, the
Exchanges.
the sellers basically, and in turn cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So CBN letter told local banking institutions dealing in cryptocurrencies or facilitating payments for cryptocurrency exchanges, that's the word I was looking for earlier, exchanges, is prohibited under a 2017 circular stating that Bitcoin, BTC, and other cryptocurrencies are not legal tender in the country. That doesn't mean it should be outlawed, though. But that's my opinion. While the move, because they have the same law in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has the same law. It is not legal tender. Same with the UAE, but it is not illegal to trade it. It is not illegal to mine it. It's not illegal to go on exchanges or whatever else with it. But, a lot of Middle Eastern countries hold that it is not, a means of legal tender. But hey, whatever. So yeah, whatever. While the move might impact fiat and on and off ramps, most of the nation's crypto trading occurs peer-to-peer on peer-to-peer platforms. Good for the freaking Nigerians. Nice. And leave it to Nigerians to figure out ways to cut that cash and keep the middleman out. Platforms and remains unaffected, according to sources in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's the whole issue with government trying to regulate everything concerning cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever coin. They're
Peer-to-peer has always been the best way to trade anyway.
Tender. Yeah, fuck it. We're going through a peer-to-peer network and you can still trade it.
Yeah.
So the only thing a regulation does is pushing it more underground, but it doesn't impact its use and usability, I'm going to say. It's only making it slightly harder to buy, but in the end, can still be distributed. It's not something you can hold. And generally, actually now with Nigeria as an example, sorry for the Nigerians watching, but I'm not going to say that one. I'm going to be polite today before I get the internet mob behind me. I know what they did to you. No, with Nigeria, I'm going to say bluntly, the government is slightly corrupt. They are trying to regulate it so they can get all the earnings because 100% sure local news will not cover it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Local media will be popping up somewhere with news articles saying, yeah, that politician had a secret wallet even though it was regulated, etc., etc. And here in the Western civilized world, it's like the sarcastic cup there. People are tiny bit more intelligent and they're like, yeah, we're not going to outright ban it because they're smart enough to know there's money to be made. And they will be shooting their own feet if they try to regulate it too intensively. And it's a little bit like, how to say, what the US government is trying to do with Ripple, etc. They're trying to find an entry point where they can get, a certain decent market share to influence the market, but at the same time, give people the opportunity to get into it. So, yeah, they try to be subtle, but yeah, they need to be more subtle and slightly more wary of what they're doing.
Nah. So I got another news article. It's always good. just covering. You can ask guys as anything, but I'm just gonna cover a bunch of news until someone asks questions. Just some things that have been taking place in the crypto world. So this happened in Germany, actually. So it says hacker refuses to hand police password for seized wallet with 6.5 million in Bitcoin. The beauty of Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths because police might say, yeah, we're going to take your hardware wallet. Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
But you are to be obliged to give the password. No, because that's private information. And you are, free to refuse certain private information. So, yeah, they will be stuck. They will have your hardware wallet, cannot open it. And they might keep the hardware wallet. It's like, I don't know, $100 or $200 or something worth in hardware. They can keep it, but as soon as you're free, buy another ledger and you've written down the password somewhere, you can recuperate all your gains and profit. Okay.
So here's the story. German authorities who seized a convicted hacker's wallet containing over 1,700 Bitcoin worth at least 64.7 million at today's prices have hit a brick wall when trying to access the coins. According to a German prosecutor cited by Reuters Friday, the convicted criminal is refusing to share the password that would allow the authorities the access to the Bitcoin. I thought, this is kind of suspicious already. So they had the criminal. Apparently they have proof, right? So they just want to prosecute him, right? But why do you need the money? Let's see if they talk about redistributing, because apparently they're saying it's fraudster in other stories. And so let's see if they're trying to distribute the money back to the people who defrauded. Let's check this out. But something tells me they just want that money. The hacker was sentenced to over 2-year prison term for installing software on other people's computers without permission in order to mine cryptocurrency. Okay, so he's a hacker. Yes, he's been stealing hash rate from people's computers. Fine. Not correct. It's pretty wrong. But why do you need the Bitcoin because he stole people's hash power. He didn't steal their information. He didn't steal their money out of the bank. He didn't steal anything like this. I'm not saying this yet. We're going to go through the story. Why do they want the Bitcoin? They got the criminal, right? Am I making
Yeah.
sense here? Leave the guy alone. But anyway, let's keep on reading. He has now served the sentence and has consistently refused to hand over the wallet password despite multiple requests. We asked him, but he didn't say. Prosecutor Sebastian Mura told Reuters, perhaps he doesn't know. Prosecutors have made sure the man cannot access the Bitcoin trove after the lease. That's impossible. How can you make sure he can't access it? Already said without providing any further detail. So what, they just standing over his shoulder making sure he doesn't have a cell phone or like a computer or access to the internet? Because that's really the only way you could prevent him from accessing those coins.
Yeah. So it's really, it's a joke really, and in a certain sense we're laughing with it and well applauding slightly the hacker even though he did wrong, but at the same time what they're trying to do and well peer the funds loose, I'm like you guys are being sketchy. You're just as bad as a criminal as the guy who did the hacking, but you only made it legal for yourself, so why should he give up his keys? And well, it's actually a good example of the kind of safety security you have with Bitcoin. If it's yours, it's going to stay yours. And while they say, yeah, but he stole the hash rate, well, if you want to compensate those guys, do not, they claim to his Bitcoins, but simply freeze his fiat accounts and pay them back, the fees from what he has stolen. It's a bit, how to say, a gray area because it's something new, and they're like, we want access to the coins to distribute among those members, or probably keep up a good part for themselves. But yeah,
I'd love to see how they do this. Prosecutors have ensured the man cannot access the Bitcoin. I'm really curious about what it is that they've done to ensure that he can't access the Bitcoin. That just sounds kind of dodgy and suspicious. So basically, he's still in jail. I mean, really, that's really the only way they can say he can't access the Bitcoin. But I just find it very interesting that the government wants access to those coins. Like, what do you want with that money? I can understand maybe the idea and concept that you don't benefit from your criminal activities, but at the same time, it's kind of like, in a sense, and I'm not excusing and I'm not forgiving hacking or anything, but really it was kind of a victimless crime to a small degree. Now, if people are getting electrical bills for a few $100s, because he's running up the power on their machines, mining, fine, I accept that. Or maybe, like in my case, I decided to try and mine some XMR on my laptop. And the laptop got so hot, I was like, I'm gonna burn up my computer. Maybe he burned up some people's computers. I can understand that. Replace the computers. But why do you need all that money? He did the crime. He did the time. So now, is he free or is he not free? Fine him if this is a legal issue. Fine him if you believe that he owes the government or the people money. But to just say, well, we're just going to come over here and we're going to take your 47 million or 60 million in Bitcoin just because, well, I think this story is missing some details that we, the public, need to know.
I believe this is going to be, thanks to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, a new golden digital age of piracy. And the metalhead inside of me is like, but on the other hand, I'm like, it provides new challenges, but
it's like Armistice. This is an upgrade. One guy invented, someone invented the dagger. Then the guy invented the shield. Another guy invented the sword. Another guy invented the crossbow. The crossbow went to the gun. The gun went to the cannon. So it's the same thing. Oh, wow. $5 super chat from Kamaru Red. Thank you very much, my good man. He said, I agree he did wrong, but all he did was steal some processing power. It is not so bad. I have to agree. Like I said, if people didn't really suffer from high electrical costs or damaged hardware, it was kind of a victimless crime. And maybe you got a little upset because your internet might have been so slow some days, maybe. But really, if you know anything about hardware, mining hardware, that it doesn't really use a lot of information or a lot of data. It really doesn't. They were showing that, like, a really heavy-handed ASICs miner might use like 6 megabytes in a day worth of, like, information back and forth. So that's really not a lot. You can show me a 6 megabyte picture nowadays that hasn't been edited. It's impossible to find. So it's not really a bunch of information or data. Imagine back then. So, well, actually back then it would be worse because they had slower. But it's like 2 years ago. Come on, it's not even that bad. We had DSL 2 years ago. We're not talking like this was like 15 years ago or something. So yeah, I agree with you. It's kind of, to a degree, a victimless crime unless someone was harmed, which we don't have those details. And so the reason that they want to try and just steal is, well, I don't want to call it steal, because he did steal their processing power and their power and some of their internet connection. But who's harmed? This is a new thing. This has to be debated. I'm not saying it's okay, guys.
In a certain sense, like, can give it a twist of, yeah, it's an invasion of privacy, but even then, well,
that is possible. That if he has access to the mining, to access to the computers to control the miners, then he definitely has access to the privacy on the machine. This is problematic. I will agree that is problematic. But again, if the man was simply, and it sounds like it, he was just simply interested in Bitcoin and not, harming people through blackmail or extortion or whatever else by, accessing their personal data and then defrauding their bank accounts, or like, hey, I got these news from your girl. If he hadn't done any of that, then basically he was kind of like, he was actively passive. He was an actively passive criminal. He actively installed the software on the people's computer, but then he was passive after that because the money just started rolling in. If anything, just say, hey, you know what? I'll fix it. Everybody get a wallet, have it mined to your wallet.
It's an entirely new frontier, even when it concerns crime, I'm going to say, because, well, it's really passively aggressive, to quote it in liberal terms.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm committing a crime, but it isn't true, but it's like stealing candy or something.
Yeah, really. Cameron Red, thanks for the $5 super chat.
Time, it's like, it's only candy.
Yeah. Indeed. Jonathan, Jonathan, you got to forgive me, man. I saw you on Modern Life Dating Show. What hardware you rocking for mining? I run a card right now, but I'm switching over. I have some ASICs miners also. I have ASICs mining rigs. I'm switching over to NVIDIA at this point because we don't know what's going to happen with EIP 1559. We do know what's going to happen with Ethereum 2.0, but 1559, we're not sure what's going to happen. And NVIDIA, because of its flexibility, I am going to be switching to Navi cards, the Navi 3000 series cards. I actually, right now, as we speak on this phone, there's a video uploading. It's the first part of maybe potentially 3 parts of me constructing from zero a Navi 3000 mining rig. So, but that's going on another connection because I have 2 internet connections in my house now. That's why I'm running nice and smooth. And that's going to upload on my slow connection that the miners run over while I'm talking to you guys. So it might be up later tonight. My time, it's like 7:30. My time, it might be up and live about 2 a.m. maybe, possibly. Maybe in the morning when I get up. So yeah, I run 5700 XT cards. And that's it. I don't mess with the 5600s, anything less than the 55. I don't mess with the 6000 series, the new 6000 series cards. They're not good for mining. 5700 XTs only is what I run. Okay. I mean, we could say to ask anything. Okay, fine. Is moving to rich Arab countries a good idea to save money? Which one do you recommend? I mean, I lived in the Middle East, and so if you negotiate a good contract, absolutely, man, it's a very good place to make money and save money also, because you can keep your costs down if you're smart and you maintain self-control. If you don't, then it's going to be a very expensive place to live, and it's easy to get blinged out there. It's everything is blingy in the Middle East, and so it's kind of hard not to take part in that life unless you're extra focused or you set it up to where it's like maybe you send your money into. I personally, going back in time, had I known what I know now, I was making a bunch of money out there. I would have put maybe 20% of my income into BTC, Ethereum, something else, you know what I mean? So when I come out of there, but what do they say? Hindsight, everyone has 20/20 vision. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
the
good
only
place to make
advice
money, at least.
the only advice I can give to that question is you do not necessarily need to move. Just learn a bit about finance and see if you can cover your costs, and only move if it's somewhere else much more interesting. Otherwise, yeah, stay put and try to build up, because too many people, that's my personal opinion, will cower out by reason they're too easily scared of challenges ahead in the own country, and they do not dare to make their own nation, their own nationality better. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's my point of view. But naturally, I have to admit I'm 100% Belgian. So even my entire family tree can be traced back multiple centuries to the environment here. So I'm not the best guy to ask about exports or going somewhere else.
Middle East is not a place to make home, in my humble opinion, unless you're Muslim and you want to make hijrah. Otherwise, it's not a place to make home. Go make your money and get out of there. So we got a question. What are your thoughts on Cardano ADA? So I'll just go over the basics real quick. It is number 4 with a market cap 7.4 billion. It's up 6.35% in the last 24 hours to 61 cents in US dollars. It has been performing in the past 24 hours pretty well. In the past month, it has seen a sharp increase, like almost all cryptocurrencies. It's all-time record. Oh, wow. It's all-time high with $1.17. Look at that.
Is that 2017 I'm seeing? The
Yes, indeed it is. It's it's January 2018.
Yeah, okay. That's the first peak. Relying entirely on that chart, I dare say it's a moderate coin. The reason thereof I say this, and that's one of the reasons why I look at it during technical analysis, is the value. If I see it coincides with the 2017 run, if the project exists since earlier than 2017, and it follows a bit the route of the other coins, which implies it's, I'm not going to say a decent coin, but is mostly getting its value from trickle down. So this is a first indication it's not necessarily a good coin, but somewhere average. And I can only say it's a good coin when I go much deeper into its technical analysis and really check up its proof, its consensus protocols and the added value it brings to the crypto market. Now, I have to say I've heard a lot. Cardano has been mentioned a few times by me in PM, in tweets, and certain Telegram groups. I'm going to admit I'm not entirely convinced about it. By reason, it's one of those, if I'm not mistaken, DeFi projects. Like there are a literal hundreds being made. Future-wise can be an interesting move to invest, but I'm going to say because it's increasing in value with the other altcoins, not 100% sure it's going to be decent on the long term. It might default back over to a lower value and not strike up on something on a higher level like most decent projects will do.
Yeah, I have it right here. I put up a link. It's the Cardano white paper. And it just says here in basic, I'm not going to read through the whole thing. That looks pretty hefty. 44 pages. Cardano is a decentralized public blockchain and cryptocurrency project and is fully open source. Cardano is developing a smart contract platform which seeks to deliver more advanced features than any protocol previously developed. It is the first blockchain platform to evolve out of a scientific philosophy.
Yeah, that's a bunch of nonsense, if I dare say so.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck? A scientific philosophy? What the hell is that? Okay.
Yeah, no. Just a tip to everyone watching this live stream: if you see a text like that, don't trust it. Why? It's something to how to say it in English. well, to pull investors in. But if you're reading such a text, there's nothing comprehensive about it. Yeah, scientific method, who cares? It's one of the first. Yeah, if you know nothing about blockchain or the other projects, you can easily launch a new coin and say, yeah, it's something unique, never seen before. If you have no idea about what the other projects are.
So I take it this is
So
tied to Ethereum. It must be tied to Ethereum. I don't think it's Bitcoin. If they're making smart contracts and everything.
yeah, actually smart contracts can be liaisoned to any other blockchain. The setup is quite easy. It's a copy paste, and you can choose on which blockchain you're going to develop the smart contract.
Okay.
So that kind of text, it isn't very convincing.
Yeah. Jonathan with another question. Jonathan asks, "Are you gents using NiceHash to mine?" Your buddy John is on that dating advice, is big on Cardano. Yeah, I have to say, MLD John, he put me onto some game. I didn't move on it, and I feel stupid now. To be specific, it was Polkadot. I should have made my move on Polkadot when he told me about it. Now the price is like increased significantly. I'd have made a bucket load of money on it. That was dumb of me. Anyway, let me talk about NiceHash. I do not mine on NiceHash. I do not suggest anyone to mine on NiceHash. I personally hate NiceHash. We in the mining community call it nice hack. that's what we nickname it. Now, there's multiple reasons why I don't like NiceHash personally. I am a fan of Ethereum Classic. I like Ethereum Classic. I'm a fan of Ethereum Classic, even though its popularity isn't as big as Ethereum. Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, they did a split after Ethereum had some problems with about this. You wrote about
they had
the
DAO hack.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really a hack. It was an event, and DAO makes use of smart contracts, but there was a little exploit in it, and one hacker found out about it, and they managed to transfer literal millions of dollars worth of Ethereum towards their own private wallet. And it impacted also the value of Ethereum and made it go down, in several magnitudes. If it was like $100 worth, the hack of DAO, which was built on Ethereum, made it go down towards several tens of euros in value. So they immediately pulled the plug on it. Then it was decided to create another chain, which was then Ethereum Classic at that point.
Yeah.
And Ethereum continued after fixing it.
Yeah. So what I don't like about NiceHash are multiple things. First off, because it was used to execute. Now, NiceHash, you have to understand, you can rent hashing power from NiceHash. That's what they do. They rent your rigs basically, and they pay you out in BTC. So, but your rigs will mine whatever they want it to mine. So whatever's most valuable, and the system is actually quite awesome how it works. It will look at real-time stats, how each coin is moving, your hash power, and what your rig is best at mining. And so it'll automatically just switch your rig over to that coin and start mining it. And so they'll just be stacking like different coins rapidly off of your machine. Your machine will just be switching between coins. Sometimes it'll mine for 5 minutes. Sometimes it'll mine for 5 days. You don't know. So it'll market prices, and that's really some awesome technology NiceHash has come up with. But what happened was NiceHash, someone rented NiceHash power, and they have a lot of power, and they executed a 51% attack against Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic has truly never recovered from that attack. Not entirely. Ethereum Classic was doing quite well, but they didn't have a lot of hash power on their network. This has changed significantly recently, and I'm hoping Faith will come back into the coin because I just got a love for the coin because they got love for miners. And so with the new Thanos update, and making it very difficult to do a 51% attack, or very expensive to do it, the coin is pretty much secured. And they've actually lowered their DAG file so that the 3 and 4 gigabyte cards can mine on Ethereum Classic, as opposed to Ethereum, which those cards are now cut off. So their hash power has like shot up, and the terahash is like over 100 and something terahash recently. Side details that are maybe not important. Secondly, NiceHash they have internal wallets. So you have your wallet, and that belongs to you. You have the keys, you have your wallet. But what happens is they don't pay you out. They take all of that, and they have internal wallets for every coin that they can mine on your rig. So if your rig can mine 10 coins, there's 10 wallets inside of your account. And everything that gets mined goes into there, and you have to cash that out, and you can cash it out in Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people were waiting for the Bitcoin. They have, of course, a threshold in Bitcoin that they'll pay you out. So if you don't reach that threshold, you can't get your Bitcoin out. What happened was, during a bull run, they were conveniently hacked, and they lost everyone's Bitcoin to these hackers. 2 years later, in a market crash, they paid everyone their Bitcoin back. They said, "Oh, we're going to do the right thing, even though it wasn't our fault. We're going to pay you guys back." And so when Bitcoin was at an all-time low, they paid everyone back. Bitsby Trippin did a mathematical run over that whole thing. And no, it wasn't Bitsby Trippin. It was Son of a Tech. He did a mathematical breakdown over it, and he showed they made something like 50-something million by doing that. So yeah. Guys, I'm trying to stop cussing, but fuck those dudes. Those are some criminals, man. Dudes are criminals. They support hacking on multiple levels, themselves and then outsiders who use their network to 51% attack other networks. They're just trash, dude. They have good software that works well, but how it's used.
Yeah, and the Ethereum 51% attack, well, it's not the only one. It's only the most known being done through NiceHash. There are several smaller projects which were also instigated through NiceHash. Less media coverage, but it did occur. If you search a little bit the web, you might find hitherto a blog, little media where it said, yeah, being hacked, NiceHash being attached to it once again. And yeah, in itself, with the payout of Bitcoin at low level, it's kind of nice from them. By reason, well, buy low, sell high. It's one of the traders' golden rules, I'm going to say. So, in a sense, they did the guys a solid one, but yeah, they went off with 50 million. So.
Yeah. What makes me upset is that you're mining and they're telling you can't have your money until you reach a certain threshold. I don't know what it is right now, but let's just say it's a half a Bitcoin. Well, I'd be really upset because it's like, how long is it going to take me to reach that threshold? Maybe I want that money. Maybe I need it. Some miners, I do well financially. I don't have to pay my electrical bill for my mining costs. My electrical bills are high, but I make good money. So I could just go ahead and just throw cash at it and I don't have to worry about it. But some people aren't in that position. They're mining, they're making a profit, and they're paying their electrical costs from their profit. Well, what if these guys, decide, well, you need a half a Bitcoin in order to cash out? Well, that basically like messes up a lot of people because now it could happen again that they get hacked. Of course, we probably won't happen again. They'll probably like lose their business if that happens again. But the simple fact that they're preventing you from, using your money in the way you want it to, it kind of defeats the purpose of like cryptocurrency and decentralized finance. Well, you're a central point that's holding my money. Give me my money. And they're telling you can't have it. And we've seen this from banks. You go to a bank, you want some money. Well, I haven't experienced, but we've seen it when like banks and nations get into financial trouble and people want to go to the bank and there's no money there. You can't have the money, but it says in my account, I got money there. Yeah, but you can't have it. What's the difference between that and NiceHash? There's money in there. Well, you can't have it. You need to have a certain amount of money before you can take your money out. Is it mine or not? Well, obviously it's not your money, because what happens if you never reach it? What if I start mining on NiceHash and I get to 0.3 Bitcoin and then I switch to a different pool because I like their terms better? What happens to my 0.3 Bitcoin? You never reach 0.5. You just got 0.3 Bitcoin in there chilling? Man, don't go with them dudes, man. Don't mess with them. I'm telling you, don't mess with them dudes.
Well,
a lot of people mine with them and they don't have any problems. I do not trust it.
And this is also one of the kind of things why I'm a heavy fan of DeFi, of decentralized exchanges, because that's the kind of shit you won't be having. And every trader, every new beginning investor joining up, Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, wanting to buy in Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or whatever other coin, due to the bull run, their servers are swamped and they have much difficulties buying in. Why? They are still centralized exchanges with one server which cannot keep up processing all the thousands of transactions and in and outflows. So they will have downtime. But if you're a trader and you want to cash in your Bitcoin because you know, well, it's going to crash down and the server's crashing, yeah, well, you can't access your coins at that point, and it's a hassle. That's why I'm such a proponent of DeFi and decentralized exchanges, why the server capacity is being spread among different nodes, spread among a blockchain. DeFi, well, decentralized exchanges will never have such crashes. You will always have access towards your coins. And yeah, and I've got to admit, it's something I frequently say on the Dutch live streams I do, and that is I never cash in on my cryptocurrency. Doesn't matter if there's a bull run, doesn't matter if there's a bear run. I simply exchange towards other coins. Why? Because fiat is shit when it comes down to it. And I want to
Mm.
keep my wealth. And I have to admit, with the recent bull runs, I'm not going to put a number on it, but by using that strategy, I can afford myself a hard reset. So if the entire economy crashes in the Western world, I can get back up simply based on all coins I'm holding in my hands. And that's one of the reasons I keep up with my cryptocurrency. By reason, they have a lot of value. Governments can't touch it, and I can do a hard reset by myself. Uh, Currently, I believe I can cover about 3 to 4 months of costs, intensive costs, should the economy crash. So I know I'm safe.
Mm. Yeah, I think you're talking about XRP. He said, what are you saying here? We have a question here. Thinking about
Ripple and
buying
Dogecoin.
Ripple, RXP. I think you mean XRP and Dogecoin. We just talked about Dogecoin.
I'm going to repeat it. Oh, fucking no. Don't.
Yeah. Dogecoin.
Seven.
You know, here's the thing, and Gracious, he's not gonna like what I'm gonna say because he hates this more than I do. You can make money off of it, but dude, you can lose your shirt. this this coin, it is in the truest sense a crap coin. And so when this crashes, this high crashes, it's gonna be fast. Okay. And so if you can
Extremely
get
fast.
in, put a bunch of money in, make a win, and then jump out before the crash comes, you could probably make a bunch of money. But if you want to store your value and watch it grow slowly, or sometimes even rapidly, look at Bitcoin. Look at whatchamacallit, I mine it, Ethereum. Look at, I'll say it like Martin Life John said. Look at Polkadot. Look at a few of these other things. But subscribe. And I'm not a hater, so I'm going to say this on my crypto show. Go check out Modern Life Dating's Tokyo Crypto Show. It's a freaking outstanding show. You're going to learn a whole bucket ton about trading. Because I don't know really a lot about trading. So go over there and check that out. But I wouldn't mess with that, man. That's my humble opinion. I don't know. I'm sure you got an opinion. XRP, I'd stay away from that too.
Yeah. The two reasons I'm going to shorten it. Dogecoin, no hard cap, so there's an unlimited amount. It isn't like any other coins with a hard cap, like they say, where there is a certain amount of scarcity or rarity. Dogecoin keeps on being produced. So it will fall back to its lower value, as you can see on the graph on screen. So now it's being pumped because it's being hyped by Elon Musk, Gene Simmons, and I've seen other C-Labs, well, hyping it up. I assure you, if the bull runs over and Bitcoin reaches a new level, which I hope is high enough, you will see Dogecoin go down tremendously and you will lose money. Ripple has a hard cap, but all coins and tokens are pre-mined. There's about 45 billion on the market available circulating. The other 55 billion are being held by Ripple Labs. If it reaches a new high, Ripple Labs will going to inject a few billion coins into the market. The only ones who will be profiting will be Ripple Labs. Why? With the billion coins they're going to inject, over longer term, well, it implies that its value is going to go back down. So you will be buying high and will be forced to sell low. The difference in money goes straight towards Ripple Labs. It's really a big shame cash grab. So stay away from Ripple. And it's one of the opinions many more seasoned traders and experienced cryptocurrency traders share with me. It is a shitcoin and it is a cheap cash grab.
And can I jump in there and say something? There are coins that don't have a market cap, but what differentiates them in being good coins and bad coins is they have a deflationary system built in. An example would be LBC. I don't know. Actually, I don't think. Let me check real quick just to make sure. Let me not tell you guys any lies. But LBC, I should have this up on the screen for you guys. Oh no, it does have a total supply cap. I can't find which coin it was. There's a few coins out there that actually don't have. What they do have is they have a deflationary system built in to where it's like certain amounts of it get burned in transactions. And so what'll happen is so many will be mined or produced or whatever else. And then what'll happen is through transactions, they get burned, you know? And then so that amount, although it climbs, there's a fucking inside to keep that going down again. A good example, there's a few coins, man. I just can't think of them to save my life because I follow coins and what they do personally. And if I believe in the project, I'll support it. LBC is a project I support. I'd love to mine some LBC, but right now it's profit. It's just LBC is deflationary, even though it has a market cap. Cap on its amount produced, it has a certain amount of coins that are burned, and because of that, its price it hasn't been climbing like it should be. I mean, anybody who uses Library or Odyssey, and you know I find it awesome. It's like YouTube, but you get paid in cryptocurrency for watching videos, and you get paid in cryptocurrency for uploading content, and it's just completely awesome. So you know, they have a deflationary system built in to where it's like once you do some uploads, you get certain rewards. Some of that is burned. And so it's supposed to bring the price up, although the price has just been pretty stagnant. I think just the platform needs a little bit more exposure and a little bit more use, and it's going to look good.
Yeah, Libra is very solid. I like them. Since you introduced me.
Okay, Jonathan with the $5 super chat. You are the man. Thank you, sir. Anybody who like Modern Life John, you know he's the man. That's why he'd be out here taking care of the homies. Check him out. So he says, enjoying this. Glad you're enjoying it, my man. He said, just getting red pilled needs to better my life after a rough patch. Man, we all have been there, my brother. Let me tell you, I could tell you my whole story. And I was more like a natural, like with women, but I didn't know why. It was just natural. You know what I mean? And so learning red pill, man, really changed my perspective on women and how I deal with them and just in life in general, not just women. You know, crypto being a part of it. Absolutely. I've been on crypto before I came into before I came into the manosphere. I actually came into the red pill world. I was actually into cryptocurrency, man. I've always been a fan of it. I just never really invested in the sense of like mining and whatnot like I did now, you know. And alhamdulillah, it was just before this bull run. I got my miners up and running and making me money. So it was just perfect timing. A buddy have a YouTube channel. Yeah, you have a YouTube channel, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
He's asking about. I think it's in what? It's in Dutch, is it?
Yeah, I do Dutch live streams by reason in Belgium, the Netherlands. There are quite a few cryptocurrency enthusiasts, but I believe I'm currently the only one doing live streams and really focusing on the educational part in Dutch. Naturally, all these videos from Abuamerican you can find also on my channel because, I support him. He's a great guy to work with. So yeah.
That's great work with you too, man. I learned a lot since I met up with you. Hopefully we can push this a little bit further. And you know, this guys, for me, this is like a brand new thing with the cryptocurrency journey. You know, he knows more than I do, and we're just building knowledge and everything here, and we're sharing it with you guys. Like I said, I got like my mining video coming up and everything, so I try and keep you guys up to date on everything, not just women and relationships. You know, everything that I possibly can. So yeah, Jonathan, what we'll do is, Gracious, he could put his YouTube channel in the comment section, but it is predominantly Dutch. But check it out, man. Support your homies, man.
Yeah, I will post it later on in the comment section underneath this video. Currently,
All
I'm
right,
doing it,
awesome.
so I can't immediately put it
All
in.
right, thanks again, Jonathan. Yeah. So what else? What was there? There was something else going on here. What happened? What else happened in the crypto world recently? So we covered Nigeria. We covered the Germans trying to get that guy's money. I think that's just hilarious.
Suckers.
All right. What else? What else happened? Let's talk real quick. We're up on an hour, but I want to just keep going a little bit here. I know it's late and it's on Sunday. I got work tomorrow. But Elon Musk, man, why is he pushing Dogecoin? Why Doge? Why Dogecoin? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for him. He's a smart guy. So what is he doing?
I'm going to say it's a bit like his boring company, and I do not mean Tesla, but really he has a company called Boring Company, and he's one of the richest men in the world, if not the richest, and he just likes to fuck things up. That's, I believe, simply his character. And his support of Dogecoin, I prefer to say, is something like it. He likes it because at his heart, I mean, I follow his Twitter account and take notice of some of his social media, and he knows how to play people. And I wouldn't be surprised that he's promoting Dogecoin just by reason that many more Bitcoin are going to be exchanged for Dogecoin, so that he has more to buy up. And that's one of the reasons I do not buy the hype, because there are a lot of C-labs and even corporate businesses trying to pump Dogecoin, trying to pump Ripple, so that people exchange their decent coins like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, like the Ethereum Classic, correction there, exchange it for Dogecoin. It's getting hyped. It increases value. People are like, yeah, we're going to take profits because we jumped in. And afterwards, when the bull run is done, corporate business has all the Bitcoin, and all the suckers are left with Dogecoin or Ripple, which will go down in value. So do not buy the hype. It's cheap tactic, but
there's smarter places to put your money in cryptocurrency, than Dogecoin. So it's just weird that he would be he pumped he tried to do a pump on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's been on a run already, so it was kind of like, dude, all right, whatever, so then him
a small uptick, but that's it.
I have to agree. It seems like he's just playing around, like, like, let's see what happens if I say Dogecoin, and he picked like the craziest coin to like actually try and pump, and it actually worked. It's just the weirdest thing. Exactly. This is it right here. Jonathan said it. He's based his FARC and a professional troll. Love him as you can tell. He hates super liberal policies and weak society. I think he's trolling with Dogecoin. Absolutely, no question, no doubt. It's like a troll. Like, watch this.
Yeah, and if I'm going to be honest, I believe I heard rumors the guy has like a bit Taylor Swift anonymous account on 4chan. That should say enough about his attitude.
Oh, snap. I missed this right here. Timo, salam alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah bless you. I mean, jazakallah khair. And you, peace and blessings. I completely missed that, man. Yeah, I agree with Jonathan, man. Like, I think he's trolling, and I just find it a weird troll. It's like, what are you doing, dude? It's just stop. It's kind of bothersome, but yeah.
Yeah, somewhere I understand him. If you've got that much money, that much power, I mean, I too would start to simply play the market and simply start doing weird shit that people are like, we're going to follow you, but why the fuck is he? Just because I like to watch things burn, for example.
We got a question here. It says, for someone who missed the bull run, do you think I should wait for a bear market? You missed the bear market. This is actually what happened. You don't miss the bull run. You missed the bear market, because you should have bought during the bear market and wait for the bull run. But yeah. The rule nowadays is just buy on the dips. Like today is you need to buy on the dips, and you just my homie, his name he does the show with me, Halal Bad Boys. He said something. I can't remember where he heard it from. He says, "You get Bitcoin at the price you deserve," and he says, "And I
Yeah.
guess I deserve to get Bitcoin at 31,000." All of us had an opportunity to buy into it, and not all of us took it. And so when you finally jumped on that opportunity, you got it at the price you deserved it at. It's just, so all you can do now is just now I know where I got this saying at. This saying came from The Walking Dead. And he says, when you gotta eat shit, it's just best to bite, chew, and swallow. Don't look at it. Don't lick it, just bite, chew, and swallow. You missed the boat, bro. Just when the dip comes, bite the dip, wait for it to go up. Next dip comes, we're in a dip today. Today, all the markets are down. Everything here, let me just share the screen again. Because tomorrow, if Gracious's theory is right, and it's proven to be correct, then tomorrow's going to be a full run. Now, you see how everything's like mostly red? Now, this screen is like actually quite long, 7,000 something coins, and it's usually quite green on the good days. Tomorrow, this is going to be green. Today, it's red. So today is a dip day to buy. You're buying a 38,000 dip.
If you're really going to chase the low value, if you're situated in Europe, lowest value 6 a.m. morning. I'm talking Brussels time, so make of that what you wish. Why do I say this? US markets are heavily investing in it. And I mentioned also in earlier episodes, it's going to be low value because most of it is now corporate money with working hours. Most of it is due to investors of big corporate businesses in the US. So as soon as those markets open, once again, you will see it will go up. Now, as a other advice, yes, you've missed the bull run. However, you can still invest in cryptocurrency, but I'm going to advise invest in stable coins like Pax Gold or gold-backed stable coins. By reason, their value is stable, I'm going to say. And I know there are others who disagree with me. They say, yeah, but the value is fluctuating. Yeah, that's because your dollars are getting less worth, but the amount of gold pegged to the coins remains stable. So that's one hot tip I would dare to share here and say invest in a gold-backed cryptocurrency. You can't do anything wrong with it. If the markets get stabilized once again, so when the bull runs over, you can easily buy in once again Bitcoin. That's one of your safest bets and one of the best long-term hodling strategies.
There you go. Got some good advice. Guys, it has been an hour and 7 minutes, almost an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you guys something completely unrelated to cryptocurrency. I stopped drinking coffee today, and I feel it already. Like throbbing right now. I'm going through caffeine withdrawals, and it's not even been a full 12 hours. So I want to just get off here because my head's splitting right now. It's just like, it's literally throbbing. I want coffee so bad. And that's why I quit. Just because I knew it was going to be difficult, and I like to do stuff that's difficult, and I knew this wasn't going to be easy, so I'm going to stick to it. And yeah, but right now, guys, it's like, dude, I can't think of anything else right now except my head about being about to explode. Aaron Clary called me the Black Hitler yesterday. That's what I'm going to turn into on air. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Catch next week. If you guys got any questions, whatever else, you can hit us up on Twitter. Gracious Interest, you can hit him up on his website. Me, actually, the live chat is off on my Harris. I mean, you should quit gradually. I like, hey, remember what I said about The Walking Dead? If you got to eat shit, bite, chew, and swallow. Don't just look at it. I'm a bite, chew, swallow guy, Harris. So, I can't gradually quit. I just gotta do it, man. Check us out on Twitter. I think we're on Instagram, but you can find everything over there on our websites, graciousnterest.com, Abuamerican.com. Thanks for tuning in. You can give us suggestions for topics, any questions you got, hit us up and let us know. You got anything you want to close out with?
Not immediately. Only going to mention I've got a new live streaming in English every Wednesday, where I do a live technical analysis of coins being asked to me by any other user that they say, well, is it an interesting coin? I do a live technical analysis in detail. The first choice is going to be Atom. So it's the second episode. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. No experience with it, so I will make up my mind if it's a coin worth investing in or a shit coin. So yeah, we'll have to look at it Wednesday.
Cool. All right, man. There you got. You guys got it there. See, I had to take this thing off my head because I feel like it's about to pop my head. These headphones. All right, guys, we're out. We'll see you next Sunday.